going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we will be covering Team Electros versus Pioneers, and then maybe on the main channel, maybe on the second channel. You'll have to let me know. I'll be doing it Stamina versus Space Station. So as you see, there's a lot on the line right here. If Pioneers beat Team Electros, then they will be in the LCQ spots. Team Electros, they have to beat Tribe. They have to make it to the final to even have a chance, I believe, of making any of this. Space Station versus Stamina, we'll go through those, but that's going to be an absolute banger. Basically, whoever wins that will guarantee their spot, at least in LCQ. So let's jump into it then. Let's move over to the broadcast, and let's lock in on the draft here in a second. So I think I've clicked on the wrong one. Where are we at right here? Where are we at? There we go. I clicked on all right, so we have Team Electros versus Pioneers. We have this is the quarterfinal match number 2. Quarterfinal match number 4 is the important one as well. So let's lock in right here. So we have Crystal Arcade. I see a Lily first pick, which is pretty decent. Sandy is a good counter to Lily, well, at least pretty decent. I've been learning, especially in gem grab. That's why I've seen Sandy a lot. People weren't really agreeing with me somewhat, but the pros are going Sandy a lot, so it just goes to show how good of a brawler Sandy is right now in gem grab. And then the Charlie. So people just go Charlie because it's a good mid, and when you see an aggro, like, she's just good into that as well. So it may not be like a direct counter to Lily, but I feel like Lily actually struggles to kill Charlie a lot of the time. So pretty good. And they're going to go with the Mo. So personally, Mo's really good on Crystal Arcade, but I don't know about the Mo. I think this is a really good Kenji matchup potentially here. Actually, it's not that good into Lily. I really like Kenji into Mo if I was a good Kenji player. I think they've got room for an assassin. We need to go an assassin here. The problem is that not many... Okay, we'll go with a Bonnie. Okay, I guess it's like a hybrid assassin going on. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. I don't really like Bonnie into this composition, personally. But Charlie versus Crow matchup, Charlie should win that. Lily into Bonnie, for like... Lily should just absolutely destroy a Bonnie. But Bonnie will get hype charge from Lily eventually. So it's just going to be a hype charge fest. It's just a sad thing, isn't it, in gem grab, where you can't really analyze too much into compositions and whatever else. But yeah, it's going to be an absolute banger game. So there's absolute legacies on the line here. We've got KCP's legacy with Zulan and Tyrant. I believe they've pretty much... Well, I don't think they made World Finals last year, right? They lost in LCQ, but they've made LCQ or Worlds every single time, pretty much. They're veteran players, so Tyrant's going to get the kill there. And... yeah, solidify himself down the lane. So I feel like Sandy... Okay, no, Rafika's going to go in on him now. I can say Sandy might actually struggle a little bit to get super here, but Rafika just goes for the kill anyways. But yeah, as I said, it's definitely like going to be a legacy game because with Team Electros, again, they've got to win this game, and then they've got to beat Tribe. So, sorry, I just sneezed randomly. But yeah, normally with with these types of matchups, the better players come off on top, even with the draft, because there's just so much on the line. We've seen, I think Rafiki put out a tweet when he faced off against Tribe last time, because there's so much on the line. He said he did feel a bit shaky, which is, I mean, some people might laugh, but it's kind of expected a lot of the time. Like, that's a really good hype charge from the Rafiki that gets the kill. And actually, Shade's got, Sandy's got the gems now, which she probably wouldn't want. As I was saying, like, to begin with anything, right, when stakes are high, I still get it now. Like, I don't get shaky, but I definitely get the adrenaline rushing in a really intense situation. What makes good players, though, they can handle that pressure pretty well. So at the beginning of my esports career, I could actually handle it. It was actually reversed for me once things weren't going my way. I started to definitely feel the pressure a little bit more. So we've got 10 gems on the side of Team Electros, but they can kill either Lily or the Crow here, but Crow can just jump as a retaliation. Doesn't actually opt to jump right there, which was questionable, I would say. But yeah, Rafiki, yeah, this is what I mean by these shaky hands, because what did I just witness with that hypercharge play? Did he just try something crazy? I don't even know. So we need to get another reset here. I mean, Rafiki just needs to go in and die, but Bilal's going to go in here. It's actually really good for KCP. KCP are going to get out with the gems easily. Like, that is just... I don't know. That just seems really poor. But Bilal, with the hypercharge, is able to come back in time. I forgot about the additional range with that. That's insane. Did Bonnie not have a jump? Like, what am I witnessing? I swear Bonnie had a jump, or did she use a jump to get out? Okay, she used a jump to get out. I just can't believe he had the range on that. Wow, okay. What is happening in gem grab right now? What is actually happening? Bilal, we will support Bilal. I mean, I love the guys on KCP, but Bilal has always been a super nice guy in my chat specifically. He's been watching my streams for years, I feel like. Same with OG as well. I always see Bilal just chilling everywhere. So, and of course, he's on the Mo. I feel like he just went Mo for good reason. I just clocked that right now. Bilal on Mo. Okay, yeah. It's just meant to be, isn't it? It's just meant to be. Okay, so now, in terms of matchup, they are going with the Bonnie lane, mid, which is interesting. I don't think I would have done that myself. Maybe just for the meanwhile, whilst Charlie respawns, but yeah, so I don't really understand about the Bonnie. I know Bonnie's like an insane brawler, but into this draft, I was a bit like, you don't want to play Bonnie into Assassins. You just don't. Like, she can't do anything about it whatsoever. And Sandy kind of can. Well, Sandy can do stuff into Assassins because he will eventually get his super and his hypercharge, which would be really good. But you can't have two brawlers which struggle in 1v1 bursts as an assassin. So Tyrant does have his hypercharge, but the problem is he's collecting a gem. Zulan with really clutch super there, able to steal a couple of gems as well. This is much better team play from KCP. I think they're just grouping up a lot better. That's what you want to do against Lily and a Mo, but I feel like Rafiki and Bilal need to combine their supers together, so then it's too much for Tribe to really handle. So Rafiki, I think, is just waiting too long for that opportunity. I would have just gone in then. Like, I mean, he does actually... Okay. Can he get out with the gems, though? Does he have a gadget left? No, he doesn't. Yeah, I would have just gone for the Sandy there, because... wait, actually, they've got enough gems to come back. I was going to say, like, you should have just gone for it, because when they had a countdown, you would have stopped the countdown at least on it. You didn't even have to use a hypercharge super there, but now Tyrant has hypercharge super, does completely waste it, but just because of the damage boost that you get, it's going to allow him to kill the Crow anyways, and this is just looking like an easy KCP win at this point. Bilal nearly gets the kill. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the teamwork wasn't really there on the side of Team Electros that round, whilst KCP just made pop-off plays a bit better. Simple as that, really. As if he tries to get the kill, but yeah. So in terms of KCP's, with Team Electros and their strategy here, what would we be looking to change? Because they are grouping up pretty well. They're stopping this Lily, they're stopping this Mo. I just think, I don't even know, because they're grouping up and then they're getting kills, but then KCP are just charging up their supers. So what do you even do about this? Okay, we're gonna go Bonnie mid again here. I just think that you've got to keep the pressure. Got to make it messy is what Team Electros have to do. They have to just keep supering in, but just got to keep going in time and time again here. So Bilal's going to get pinched against this Sandy. This is what I mean with the Mo. Like, I think Mo seems like a good draft, like, on this map. Like, but he just takes too long to get super. And I'm like the biggest Mo fan as well. Like, I just am. Like, I'm a Brit. It's just me, but he just doesn't make the impacts. You can see he finally gets his lane here, but again, like, when there's a brawler pushed up to the wall, like, Mo always has to fall back because he just doesn't have the damage or the presence. Like Zulan can just walk into the grass there. So not really a lot of presence there whatsoever. So Rafiki's going to go on a Sandy. Barely gets the kill. Well, nearly gets the kill. Barely survives there. He's got hypercharge to play with, so he's probably going to get the kill onto Sandy anyways. Yeah, but he's fed a lot of Sandy super in the meanwhile. He's going to get an easy kill onto Tyrant. Okay, this is fantastic. I feel like Rafika maybe should have just got it. Doesn't actually matter. That's just a complete team wipe. But that was a lot better. You just got to get in behind enemy lines with Lily and just got to make it messy. You just got to make it messy. Tyrant with super here could be pretty damn bad. Somehow I had a hair in my mouth anyways. Ezalivi's going to pop gadget. That's going to keep him alive. But the whole of KCP are looking to try and get Ezalivi. Just get super in time. And he gets away with it. Wow, much better from Team Electros. That's what I'm saying. The second set was just far too, like, calculated, predictable, and KCP just sat together and it was just too easy. You just got to make it messy in gem grab, and especially because you've got a Lily on your side, and they haven't really got anyone like that. They've just played it to perfection. So really well played from Rafika there. Pretty patient on the Lily whilst being aggressive at the same time. So first set, Team Electros. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, jumping into set number 2, we got Heist Hot Potato. So let's take a look. Lumi first pick. It's pretty solid overall. The first bans First big bans that are good is Berry, Lily, and Cordelius, so pretty standard. Miko ban as well, pretty interesting on the side of Pioneers. So Charlie banned as well, so that's just one other defensive brawler out of the way. So like Cordelius and Charlie are out the equation, but there's M's in the middle that you can go. They go to Kaze, so Kaze is good into Lumi, by the way, specifically in Heist, I feel like, because you can just keep on the aggression. Let's see what they can go in retaliation to the Lumi. I mean, Bonnie is open. Bonnie's good into Lumi as well, but I feel like they need a defense. Okay, they go to Nita. Maybe it's something that's scrimmed, but Nita? I mean, we're lacking defensive brawlers here, but doesn't Lumi just outrange Nita really easily? I don't know how I feel about the Nita personally. Maybe they're trying to bait Pioneers into going specific composition here. I would personally maybe even go like a Griff, weirdly enough, to open up the map against Nita, and it's a good counter to Kaze. It depends what way they want to go, or they could go something aggressive. Let's see. But the good thing about Nita and Heist, at least on Hot Potato, is that her bears, you can use the bears to go from defense to offense pretty nicely with her bears. So they go with a Buzz. Buzz is an interesting one. I don't really see too much Buzz anymore. Buzz must be good into Nita, maybe? I don't know what they're kind of going with this. Maybe we're going to go with another aggressive brawler. I just don't know what they really go here. Griff. Okay, they do go to Griff. See, I was onto something. I was onto something straight away. See, my draft brain is insane. I like, bro, I don't even scrim or anything like that. So I don't even know the ins and outs complete of the pro draft. But I just have good logic. Griff, into Nita, and a Kaze. Makes sense. It makes complete sense here. So, to be honest, I feel like there's got to be a good counter to both Lumi and Griff. There's got to be something. Loki, I'd go like Spike. But I've got to go Spike. I've got to go Crow. Okay, yeah. Like something more control-based into a Lumi and a Griff seems good. Mainly because Lumi and Griff don't really have a lot of range together, especially with Buzz as well. They're really, really lacking the range here. So I actually could. I don't know what way this draft goes, to be honest, because I don't really see Griff often. I don't see Buzz often on this map. I don't see Nita often. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. It is a bit of a weird one, but maybe Team Electros, I think they went Nita again, like probably to bait them out into something, or it's because like Charlie and Cordelius are banned, so you can only really go like M's. I mean, Amber and Tara are also pretty decent as well, but maybe not in that draft position right there. So Blau, he's just going to go up straight away. So that's always the job with the Kaze. It's just get up close and personal as much as possible here. So Kaze manages to get her super already, so that is a perfect start there. And yeah, Crow's still good in Heist, by the way. He's still very good in Heist, but the Hypercharge just won't be the same. So I was going to go up and throw a super onto a safe. I don't know whether it was worth just like dashing up the map, super, and going back straight away. I feel like he could have got pressure elsewhere, but it's alright. He still gets a bit of chip damage onto the high safe, but I was doing a really good job though to like another super on the safe. He's going to get taken down by the Buzz, and the first shield's going to go down, but KCP are going to get that first shield down easily as well. So although Bilal's been farming a lot of supers, I think he could be using his Hypercharge, like he could be using his Ninja Super maybe to more effect and getting more damage onto the other players, because I just don't know what it is with that Kaze super. It just doesn't really seem to be doing all that. So Fade already has his Hypercharge to play with. He's going to get a stun onto Livy and more damage onto the safe. So they're playing things really well here. Bilal can't really do much into a Griff, so he's going to... Oh, that was really, really bad. But he might be able to find the kill anyways here. I don't know how to feel about that. I think there's a lot of auto-aiming going on the side of Team Electros. And trust me, I can sense auto-aim because they're the type of supers that go wrong for me. But Fade gets the double stun, nearly manages to get the double kill as well. And KCP are looking good right now. They've got the lead. They get the map opened up a lot here, but Hypercharge on the side of Electros. They've got two Hypercharges to play with here. They just need a Crow super, and then they're going to be popping. So as Olivia has his Hypercharge bear, Rafika's going to go in here. Hypercharge super, bang in time as well. It's going to waste Fade super, and this should be a lot of damage for Team Electros. As Olivia's going to go in with his Hypercharge bear. I think he has stun instead into the Buzz, which makes sense. So now 25 seconds left, and they've got a 25% lead. We've got a 1 shield lead, but Livy's going to try and get more poke damage here. I think he's going to get another super onto the safe, and is that game over right there? One more shot is all we need. Hypercharge pop down. Oh, we nearly got it in time, but it's just no way that KCP can come back in time. So really well played there from Electros in the end. And yeah, they're looking pretty good right now. They are looking pretty good. I think in terms of pure favorites, I should have actually predicted at the beginning of the video, it would have sounded better, but on my Twitter I put out, I think I predicted Electros 3-1 here. They are the better team on paper, but in terms of scrims and just their recent performances, but the reason why Team Electros are in this position is because I think as Livy disbanded, actually no, as Livy, Zar and Juan Carlos, I forgot what team they were on. I think it was Elevate, was it? Were they on Elevate? I can't remember. They were on a team together anyways, and then their points went to Stamina instead of Team Electros. So yeah, Team Electros I think had some difficulties with like a sub 1 month, and so they just weren't doing the best at the beginning, but we always had potential with Team Electros, especially with Ezlivid actually looking like a top team. So Bilal gets the easy kill onto Lumi there. Buzz gonna get a kill as well. So I don't know how I feel about KCP. Although their draft hasn't been good all year, yeah, I think that's obviously the main thing, because they're very talented players. I feel like some of their drafting is a little bit questionable, which I don't know whether it comes down to if they have a coach, or I just don't know what it comes down to. But again, like I've been out of the game a little bit too long to fully understand the ins and outs, but the Buzz pick is very interesting. It is, I mean, it would have been a pick maybe like a year ago, would have been good. Does miss out on the stun there. I think Bilal should just charge hypercharge for free there, and I just think Bilal's hypercharge will just be will just do a lot more than Fade's. But Fade's done a really good job in a 1v1. Like, he's playing the Buzz well. It's just a Buzz. Like, I only really see a Buzz nowadays probably like into other tanks and stuff, and then you swap the star power, but I don't even see Buzz then. So just get well, nearly gets the kill onto Bilal. Bilal's done a great job of staying alive here, and that's going to allow his teammates to get a bit more chip damage onto the safe. Double hypercharge coming in from KCP does get them ultimate control, but I feel like it didn't really do all that much, because now Bilal's just responded with his. Tyrant's got a hypercharge to play with here, so fair play to him. He's going to let one rip, literally, not out of his bum as well, but does get some good damage there. But Team Electros can easily get this back. Like, but I was just getting free kill after free kill on the Lumi here. Fade should go down as Livy pops hypercharge mid stun, which helps him gain a little bit of shield to help him survive that 1v1. Zulan with a really important super, and only a small lead here for Team Electros. They need to try and defend this as much as possible, but I don't think they really have the power. 44%. It looks like Bilal's going to go on the enemy side as Liv is trying to tank as much as possible here, and Team Electros manage to win that in the end. Wow, that's a huge result right there. That's a huge result. I don't know what was on the safe there in the end. Can I rewind that? Let's take a look. Bilal's camera is lagging. Who was actually going to do the damage here? So let's go. I think it was Bilal, right? I think Bilal's hypercharge super was allowing him to do more damage, and then there was something else as well. Okay, I think it was just because Kaze's hypercharge hit was over the shield threshold, so it just did more damage, if that makes sense to you guys. You know, for example, like a bow mines, it can actually deal a damage over the shield. So yeah, Kaze clutching up there. Well done to Bilal and Team Electros. That is the second set. Looking very good right now. Let's jump into the next one. All right, guys, jumping into the third set here. So this is looking like a good Hank or Draco, potentially here. First pick. Mainly because Lou is banned, Cordelius is back, Kenji is banned. Like, there's a lot of really good Hank counters here. So we could go with the Hank or the Draco. So we're going to go with Draco. So Draco, I like that. Draco is really just good into everything right now. There's hardly anything, especially with B band as well, and it's B and Lou. Those are the two ones that shut down Draco most successfully. So Electros here, they've got two counters into this Draco. What do they go? I'm interested to see what they go. So I think a bit, well, they need a zone time brawler here. I feel like they could, I think, like, I've just got a feeling they'll go Amber. I don't know why. There's no Crow, there's no B. I'm smelling an Amber. Weirdly enough. Lumi. Okay, why did I forget about Lumi? Lumi's got into this. I feel like they can't go Lumi and Amber though, so they're probably going to go with an aggressive brawler themselves. So go with Ash. Ash is really good into Kenji. What I need to do is actually get Brawl Stars up whilst I do this, because I just forget the brawlers' names literally all of the time. So let's quickly get it up, but it might be too late now because it is nearly 3-0. So Ash, Lumi, what do you go into this? Probably, I mean, Bonnie's good into the Lumi. They could go with a Jaeyoung. Jaeyoung's pretty decent into Lumi as well. They need some type of control, right, with their draft. Okay, they're going to go with Jaeyoung. See, I just get the brawlers up in front of me, and I just know everything. Okay, so this is also live, guys, just so we're making things aware. I like it a lot more when it's live, and they've got support, they've got tank. They probably need anti-tank here, or something at least like that's going to feed off a tank. In my eyes, it's Jewel and Beetles. Maybe we've got to go with a Finks. I don't think Finks is good into that. Bonnie. Bonnie, yeah. Bonnie is good into Lumi. And actually, why did I say Finks? Finks is not good into Lumi and Ash. So they're going to go with a Berry. They went Berry pretty quickly there. Didn't even have the chance to like look at things. So Berry is actually pretty good into a Bonnie, because Bonnie just doesn't have the damage to kill Berry whatsoever. So we've got the two. Look how the pros draft, by the way. It's just tank, support, and then like maybe an assassin, maybe a damage dealer. We've got like control and support and a tank on the side of Team Electros. So yeah, I actually like Team Electros' composition more here as well. They just seem to be drafting really well. I know this for a fact because again, in ranked, I just really struggle as a Bonnie into a Berry, and especially a good Berry. So let's see. It just depends on how well the Berry plays. It really does. Because like Bonnie and Draco could be really hard to contain. Let's just say that. And Bonnie has a really good matchup into the Lumi though. So it depends what matchups they take here. Hypercharges are definitely looking more so on the side of Electro. That was really, really good super backwards from Bilal here. And this is what I'm saying. The good Berry players will just absolutely carry. You'll just see a big difference here. So Fade's going to slip and slide, but work his way onto. So the Draco just needs to get to that right-hand side there as quickly as possible, so he can just get as much cover. He's going to get taken down by that Lumi, but a hypercharge already from Tyrant, but that's not going to do anything because they were expecting it Team Electros. And if you're conserving ammo and you're expecting a Bonnie jump or a hyper of that case, you're going to be able to counter her. So yeah, this is just a good Bonnie counter. It just really is the Berry. It's working out really well. So now the push up. Rafiki is going ham on the Ash right now. He's just doing nothing wrong. He's such a good tank player, and he has been for a while. Okay, pops hyper a little bit wrong there. I think he realizes that, but it doesn't matter. Even with these small little mistakes, it just seems like their team play is just too good. As Livy is going to get the double stun right there, popping off against his former teammates. I didn't even mention it's the whole series, and wow, it looks like KCP's journey is about to be over. Is this the legacy destroyer? I mean, like, this is crazy. I absolutely love KCP as well. It's just sad to see a team just fall like this. It is. Hopefully they can come back with a reverse sweep here. Well, I like both teams, so I don't even know why I'm saying hopefully, but it's just sad to see. It really is sad to see, especially not seeing like these absolute goats of Brawl esports not make it to at least LCQ. Would be disastrous. It would be completely disastrous. Let's see if they can clutch up again. Like Zulan and Tyrant just seem to always have the ice in these clutch moments. Fade's going to get absolutely destroyed there. It's just not looking good, is it? Team Electros are pushing up, and their synergy is just really good. Just everything's just working out for them. I felt like the map that KCP needed to win was that Heist map. They looked like they had it in certain moments, but certain situations just weren't going their way. So you see the Ash into the Draco. This is why Ash is so good into Draco. Again, like my Ash doesn't do this, so I feel like I need some Ash lessons from someone in NA, because time and time again in pro play I see Ash drafted into these popular tanks, and I can just never seem to get it to work. So yeah, the synergy here just isn't really working out for KCP, and it looks like their hopes are just completely over. I just don't see a way they come back in this situation, and it's going to be 3-0. I predicted 3-1, but it looks like it's going to be 3-0 unless Fade can just get some disgusting hypercharge. I mean, okay, he does get some good hypercharge here, but this would have to be one of the best comebacks I've seen of all time. It would honestly have to. You see that Tyrant is doing everything he can, but everyone is going weak, and it's Livy with the hypercharge triple kill, and that's going to be it for Pioneers' LCQ dreams, world dreams. I don't even want to see the player cam on any of their faces, to be honest, because I don't like it when I mean, some people are probably some nasty humans out there, probably love to see people at the worst moments, but yeah, hopefully I don't see any player cams over on that side. I feel bad for him, I really do. But in terms of the quarterfinal matchup, that was a lot more one-sided than a lot of people probably anticipated. I did expect Team Electros to come out on top, but I thought it'd be a much closer game. So yeah, it's a bad one. It's a really bad one. I think in terms of that draft, I don't know what they could have done differently. I don't know how I feel about that Bonnie pick. Like, it was going okay. The Draco first pick, synergy with Jay Young. It wasn't that bad, but I don't know how to feel about that. Anyways, that's a 3-0. I'm going to be doing Stamina versus SSG later today, probably on the second channel again, maybe here. So you get a double banger here. So yeah, Team Electros versus Tribe Gaming. That's going to be up in the semi-finals, but I'll be doing Stamina Space Station. That's going to be another banger. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. A lot on the line, but a sweep, pretty anticlimactic. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.